So, tonight for dinner, I'm making instant ramen. And it occurred to me that for many of the people watching this, they might not know just how versatile instant ramen can be. So, I figured that today, seeing as how I've eaten a lot of instant ramen in my time, I figured that I'd share a few of my favorite things to do with it. So, typically when you go to the store, you're going to find two brands of instant ramen. You've got Maruchan and you've got Nissin. Both of them are about the same thing. You're going to get the same product regardless of which one you buy. Now, there's a lot of foreign flavors. There's Nongshim. There's lots of things that you may find if you go to a more traditional Asian market, for example. I always recommend trying those, if nothing more, just for the experience. But of the two big players, you're going to get about the same thing from either one. Now, just because you're eating instant ramen for dinner doesn't mean that you can't be balling on a budget. Now, things I like to do, I'll crack an egg in it. You got some chicken ramen going, you just crack an egg in. The next thing you know, you've got like egg drop soup ramen. If you got any leftover meat, throw that in there. I don't think people realize that, but the picture on the front of the ramen is a serving suggestion. If you've got any meat at all, throw it in there. I put chicken nuggets in there just to get a little bit extra flavor out of it. Another thing, just because it comes with a flavor packet, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the flavor you got to use. If you've got some sort of a soup base that you prefer, I've got a tube of miso paste in the fridge, and I like to sometimes just forego the flavor packet altogether and just use some of this miso paste to flavor my ramen. It's fantastic. So anyway, yeah, mix it up, get a little crazy with it. On the topic of different bases, you can also go nuts with the seasoning on it. Hot sauce, you got a favorite hot sauce? Some people like sriracha, some people like Frank's Red Hot sauce. Go ahead, throw some of that in there. You really can't go wrong. Okay, well, don't go too wild. Red pepper flakes. I like red pepper flakes. I like mine a little bit spicy, you know? But usually if you're using the flavor packet that it comes with, I probably wouldn't use any salt in there. There's probably enough already. But there's no reason that you couldn't use, maybe put a little bit of cracked pepper in there. What do you got to lose? Now, this is all just about instant ramen. If you get real crazy with it, there's whole restaurants that feature nothing but ramen. Those places are going to give you a wildly different experience than you're going to get cooking it at home. Usually a little more on the expensive side. You're not going to be getting your 25-cent pack of ramen, but the noodles are usually handmade. The broth is usually homemade. It's a much higher dining experience than you're going to get from a typical pack of ramen. Check those out if you get the chance. Another thing, a lot of people don't realize that you don't even have to make it with the broth. So what you do is you boil your water, drop the noodles in, let your noodles soften up, cook them however you like them. Some people like them a little al dente, some people like them a little more overdone. The choice is yours. This is your world. Use the 2-inch brush. After that, you drain the water out, leave the noodles right in the bowl, and then you take your flavor packet and you put the flavor packet on top and you mix it in really good. So then now they're a little more on the dry side, but the flavor from the flavor packet really pops a lot stronger than if you were to turn it into a ramen soup. But I mean, like I said, the possibilities are endless, and I've only touched on just a few simple things to do, things that I enjoy, but I encourage each and every one of you to go out there, experiment. If something goes wrong, whatever, it was a 25-cent pack of ramen. But if it goes great, then hey, maybe you've got a new go-to favorite. Anyway, I hope everybody gets a chance to try this. Thanks for watching. Until next time.